Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles, the great millstone, for teaching us this truth. And also I want to acknowledge and give salutations to all the Akim who are pushing this truth with sincerity in the streets of Babylon. All right, this is Shabai of GMS Denver, and I'm going to go into Matthew 24. We're going to start at 1. It says, And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. All right, because Yahushua was talking about the destruction, just as Daniel was, the prophet Daniel. All right, the abomination of desolation. All right, so verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? All right, so the disciples, they were like, they were curious. They wanted Yahushua to tell them, hey, when is the world going to end? They wanted to know that knowledge, but let's go to Acts 1 and verse 7. It says, And he said unto them, It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. All right. So, nobody knows the day or the hour, but we do know when it's going to get close, and we are living in those times right now. And it's because of all the signs that we see, You see America shutting down as we speak right now, Babylon. Babylon is falling. Jacob's trouble's coming. Martial law, You're going to have the microchip coming out soon. Lord willing, it comes out this year, So let's go back to Matthew, all right? And it says, we're at Matthew 24, and we stopped at verse 3. So we're actually on 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. All right. So he said, hey, he warned him. Don't let nobody deceive you, man. Because, these churches, your Creflos and your T.D. Jakes and your Joel Osteens, our people are in such darkness that they believe the message of Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, Joyce Meyer, all these wicked ass false prophets who are not delivering this truth according to the spirit of prophecy that Yahushua, taught us to teach. All right. No, they're telling you the love doctrine, the abundance doctrine, the go do whatever you want doctrine, lies. Let's go to Jeremiah 29 and 8 for a precept. And it says, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. All right. So let's keep reading. For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name. I have not sent them, saith Yahweh. For thus saith Yahweh, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you in causing you to return to this place. So, Yahweh and Yahushua, they don't have nothing to deal. They have no dealings with these false prophets, all right, who are not telling you the truth, who have deceived you, If you're still in a Catholic church or a Christian church in the year 2020, then, you are being deceived. You'd be better off to not go to church at all than to go to one of these churches in America, Babylon, all right? Ephesians 5 and 6, and it reads, "Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience." All right, because who's the children of disobedience? It's the house of Israel. All right, because a lot of you Israelites still are in those Catholic churches. You're still in those Christian churches. You're still in, practicing as a Muslim, and things like that. Which those are not our religions. All right, those are not from our heritage. All right, but you don't know any better because you've been broken down to nothing in Babylon, America. Matthew 24 and verse 5. All right, it says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushai, and shall deceive many." All right, so that's what's happening. You have Caesar Borgia. He's the so-called white man has set him up as the Messiah, and you have our people that worship that thing. All right, let's jump down to verse 24, and it says, "For there shall arise false prophets and false Yahushais and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." All right, so it's telling you here that even the elect, who are the true prophets of Israel, if it was possible, these devils would even deceive the elect. All right, but it's not possible because the Lord has preserved a remnant of Israel who's not gonna, we're not gonna fall for these lies and these blasphemies that this devil, starting out with the so-called white man, the Edomite, that he's set up. We're going to be likened unto a virgin, meaning we didn't, we're virgins of that filthiness, We don't accept those false doctrines. Why? Because the elect are not going to be deceived, all right? And the elect are going to be the ones who are teaching and preaching this new song, all right, in Babylon, preaching against the grain, okay? We're going to be hated by many because of the message that we bring, and that's just like Yahushai. He was hated by many because of the message he was bringing, okay? Matthew 24 and 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right? So, that's happening, And right now, there's going to be chaos coming to America. You're right around the corner from martial law, If you don't have this oil, this wisdom, this knowledge, if you're not starting early before this destruction comes, then you're going to be a lost cause. You're not going to know what to do in Jacob's trouble. But the men of the Lord, hey, the Spirit is going to wax strong in us, and we're going to be led by the Spirit, on what to do and how to keep ourselves as safe as possible, This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2, and it says, "That ye be not shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushai is at hand." All right? So, that's going to be the stability of thy times, is going to be this truth, all right? And the men of the Lord, we're not going to be shaken in mind. We're not going to be troubled. Our spirit's going to be fine, And why is that? It's because of the word, all right? Because of the truth. Because we've been diligent before all this madness comes to America. People are going to be asking us. They're already asking, because we're coming into some heavy times now. People are starting to see, shit get real out here in America. And now they're finally, asking questions because they're worried, So let me keep reading on in Matthew. And I'm talking about Israelites. I don't really care if the Edomite asks you a question. Hey, you just move on, because that's the damn devil. All right. This is going to be Matthew 24 and 7. It says, "For a nation shall rise against nation," meaning race wars, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, because if you go in that word nation, it deals with nationality, deals with race. All right, so that's what this coming to America is, a race war. Okay, and you know these Edomites are going to be hunting down these Jakes in the streets, man. And in that time, during this Jacob's trouble and martial law, that time you fucking 2/3 are going to finally consider that the white man, the so-called white man, is actually your enemy. You know, but you're so stubborn and stiff-necked, like the Bible says, that you won't believe that until they're actually kicking your door down and hunting your family down and throwing you in a FEMA camp. All right. So let's keep reading. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, famine. Just take a look at your social media right now. You know, you see all of the shelves in these grocery stores are empty, you know. And this is just the beginning, you know. And you know, it's the spirit, because that's the very next verse. But I'm going to precept real quick. I'm going to go to Isaiah 19:2, and it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and this is we're in what you call right now spiritual Egypt and Sodom. Okay, because America is basically, that's what the Bible calls it, spiritual Egypt. All right. So he's gonna have, when you read this verse right here, verse 2, you can just throw American in that, because we are now in the time of American captivity, which is spiritual Egypt. All right. Let me read that again. And I will set the American against the Americans, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. And let's keep reading. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. All right. So again, it's spiritual Egypt, right? We're not living in Egypt right now, you know, but Egypt, if you thought it was really Egypt, well, this is when we go back to Matthew, you know, 24/7. You know, well, Yahweh Shai was after Egypt, you know. It was after Moses and the Exodus. So he was talking about spiritual Egypt, all right? Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right. And who's going to be hated? It's the prophets who are exposing the Edomite in this time. We're revealing the beast. We're revealing the man of sin in his time, like it says in Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians. All right. I'm not going to go to that, but I'm just telling you, it says that, you know, the prophets are going to expose the son of perdition, and he's going to be revealed in his time, meaning his time of rulership. All right. So now I'm going to go to John. Let's go to John 16:2. It says, they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yeah, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. All right, because the prophets we're talking against this country and this nation, that even the 2/3, they're so in love with this place, they don't want to leave. So when you speak against America, you know, they take it personal. You know, even the Israelites, who I'm referring to, you 2/3, you Jakes. You know, you don't want America to end. You know, today they called it the National Prayer Day, and you had a lot of Israelites taking part in that prayer day. All right. But yeah, the men of the Lord, we know better. We're not going to be praying for this wicked ass society to keep and continue forever. No, you know, that's why we're hated, okay? Because we're not on board with this false ass, fake ass doctrine in this nation that tells you that, you know, God is for you. No, America, Babylon, God is against you. All right. Another word is spiritually is Mount Seir. All right. Mount Seir is America, Babylon in the Bible. Why is it Mount Seir? It's because Esau, Edom, rules America, and Yahweh Shai and Yahweh are against the Edomite. All right. So spiritually, this place is Egypt. Spiritually, this place is Mount Seir. Spiritually, this place is Basra. There are a lot of spiritual places that America, Babylon represents in the Bible. Okay, but they're called. But this knowledge is not given to everybody. Creflo Dollar isn't going to tell you that this is the land of Edom. He's not going to, T.D. Jakes is not going to tell you that this is the land of Basra. All right. Joel Osteen, he can't tell you that this is spiritually Egypt. He's not going to tell you that, Let's go back to Matthew 24:10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. All right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10 and 21. And this one says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. All right. So just picture this. Picture martial law, all right, in America. Picture, your brother or your mom or your sister or whatever, somebody selling you out. They're looking for you. Your people have already decided that they want to take the chip because they don't want to die of hunger or starvation, and they sell you out. Like, how easy is it for some UN soldier to come up to him and say, hey, tell me where Shabai is, and I'm going to give you this food here, to survive. You're on the brink of death, and your family's going to sell you out, man. So that's what this is talking about, all right? Let's go to Matthew. Let's see. Let's go Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. All right? And that's Yahweh Shai's words, So the men of the truth who are preaching this true Messiah, the so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who is the true Messiah, Yahweh Shai, we are not offended in this true Messiah. All right. In fact, we glorify him by teaching the spirit of prophecy, just like he did. All right. Let's go back to Matthew 24, and I'm on 11. All right. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. All right, you got Creflos, your T.D. Jakes, all of these televangelists in Babylon, all of these preachers, these Edomite preachers who are in Babylon, America, making a pretty penny off of a bunch of lies that they're teaching the nation of Israel, along with the heathen. All right, Matthew 24:13. But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Meaning, you elect, you 1/3 that don't take that microchip, and you would rather take a guillotine to your neck, and die for this truth. Hey, you're going to be the one who's saved in the end, all right? Yeah, if you die in this truth, that's actually a great honor according to the scriptures, You're going to receive the kingdom. You're going to shine brighter than somebody who takes that microchip, This is going to be, I went to the wrong chapter, Matthew 10 and verse 22. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. The same shall be saved. All right. Matthew 24:14 says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right, so that's happening right now. The gospel of this truth is actually being preached in all the world. And how is that? It's through the internet. All right, you have camps set up in every single nation, in every single city, just about, and that's how this truth is being preached, The brothers, in particular GMS, I could turn on a video right now and watch somebody in Germany preaching the same doctrine that I am under the same banner that I am, which is GMS, Great Millstone. I could turn on a video of somebody in what they call Mexico, and they're on the same wavelength, the same vibration as me, That's how we know that the end is nigh, all right? Let me read that again. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right, so let's go to Romans for a precept. Romans 10 and verse 18. All right, it says, "But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world." And it says sound right there, your sound. Why? Because, like I just said, we could turn on a YouTube video and the sound of another brother is from a different nation, or not, he's in a different country, but he's speaking the same vibration, speaking the same truth and on one accord with the with the brothers of GMS. We're all coming through as a sound, through the internet. So that's what it is. Go back to Matthew 24 and 15 is where I left off. "When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand." All right. So he's telling you another sign of the end, When we see this place getting destroyed, hey, that's what Daniel the prophet spoke about aforehand, all right? So let's go to 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. All right, because when this destruction comes, you ain't going to have time to go inside your house and grab your stuff. You're not going to have time. Woe unto the, you don't want to grab your clothes. Woe unto the woman who has a child in that day. Woe unto the woman who's breastfeeding her child in those days, But you Christians and you Catholics and you can't picture the Most High bringing judgment on a woman who's who's breastfeeding a child, because you're in the wrong mindset, You've been taught lies by this Edomite, and you think everything is about love, 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 and we're all going to join hands and everyone's going to love up on each other and inherit the kingdom. No, you're going to have to suffer. You Israelites are going to suffer first before the kingdom comes, right? Let me just get this out real quick. This is going to be, I think it's 2 Peter. Let me check. 2 Peter, no, it's 1 Peter 4 and 17. All right, yep. That says at the middle of the screen, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?" All right. So, hey, judgment is going to start with the house of Yahweh, which is Israel. All right. And then he goes on to say, "What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?" So how much more worse for these heathen, and these Edomites, They're going to feel the pain. They're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh in these last days, on the last day, Let me see where I'm at. Matthew 24, 19. No, 20. "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." All right. So, hey, you don't want to be in the dead of winter when this judgment comes. Just going to make that much worse, 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor shall ever be. All right, so this time we're about to come into, and it's manifesting, America is shutting down as I speak, You have Las Vegas shut down, New York is shutting down. They're about to install and enforce curfews in these cities. You're not going to be able to do shit. We're going into martial law, man. The devil knows he hath but a little time, and he's going to come down with great wrath upon us, especially the house of Israel. He's going to start there first. All right. Deuteronomy 12:1. It says, "These are the statutes and judgments which ye shall observe to do in the land which the Lord God of thy fathers giveth thee to possess it, and all the days that ye live upon the earth." All right. "Ye shall utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which ye shall possess serve their gods upon the high mountains and upon the hills, and under every green tree." All right. So we were commanded by Yahweh to destroy these heathen, And why? Because look at, you have the Edomite, who is the most wicked thing on the planet. You have the Moabites, who just look at their dietary laws. They are eating bats, they're eating snakes, they're eating cats, dogs, all kind of abominations. Unclean food. So there's a reason why these heathen nations have to be destroyed, along with Esau. All right, and these heathen nations, they're going to be the slaves in the kingdom. Let's go to Joel 2:2. It says, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." All right, so this destruction that's coming to America, it's never been like this on planet Earth. Not in the past or in the future. It's going to be more, this is going to be worse than the worst time ever. All right. Go back to Matthew, and I'm going to, end this lesson on this verse. And Lord willing, if, tomorrow I'll continue in this chapter and keep breaking down. All right. Breaking down this stuff. Let's see. I'm going to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And it says, "And except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened." All right. So the elect, that's the only ones that Yahweh and Yahushai are concerned with. It's because for our sake, this great tribulation and this great torment and bad times, which is evil, right? The word evil means bad times. It's going to be shortened for whose sake? For the elect's sake, all right? For nobody else, all right? And I had a precept in my mind. Let me think if it comes back through the Spirit. So those days should be shortened, no flesh shall be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. All right. And I lost that train of thought on that precept I was going to pull out. But it's showing you, hey, oh yeah, this came back to remembrance. It's going to be John 17:9. It says right here, this is talking about the elect. All right. This is Yahushua talking. "I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them." All right. Yahushua is not glorified in the world. All right. Matter of fact, he's been crucified in the world, and he's still being crucified spiritually. Because you folks are still coming in the name of Cesare Borgia, all right, aka Jesus Christ, all right. You're not coming in the name of Yahushai. The men who are preaching Yahweh Shai, hey, we are the ones who glorify him. All right. Verse 11, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father. Keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. All right. So Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, they only care about the elect, the prophets, the men of Israel who are teaching this truth. And everybody else, is going to be destroyed, except for the 1/3 who actually listens to the prophets and believe this truth that we deliver. All right. So these are all, like I said, the beginning of sorrows, the signs of the end. And like I said, Lord willing, I'm going to finish off this chapter tomorrow and give more breakdowns on these parables, all right? But with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha Rakah Kadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And also want to acknowledge all the Akyam pushing this truth in the streets of Babylon with sincerity. All right, Shalom unto the elect.